A seemingly ordinary trade now appears to be derailing a player's career. After leaving the Golden State Warriors and that system, Buddy Hield suddenly looked like a completely different player. Facing his former team, during pre-game warm-ups, he wore Atlanta Hawks practice jersey, joking around with old teammates, looking relaxed, as if the outcome of the game had nothing to do with him. And in reality, it didn't. This was already Buddy's 18th straight game sitting on the sidelines, watching his teammates play. Since arriving in Atlanta, he has appeared in just 4 games, averaging a pitiful 4.8 minutes. Just a month and a half ago, he was still wearing a Warriors jersey, and now, a month and a half later, he has become a fringe player on his new team. Let's rewind to the summer of 2024, the most critical crossroads of Buddy's career. At the time, as one of the league's elite three-point shooters, he had just finished a standout season with the Indiana Pacers. He averaged 16.8 points per game, shooting 42.5% from 3. When free agency opened, the Los Angeles Lakers extended an offer, a 3-year, $30 million contract, solid annual salary, reasonable length. More importantly, it meant playing alongside LeBron James, one of the best playmakers ever at creating space for shooters. But Buddy turned it down. He chose the Warriors. A 4-year, $37.75 million deal, averaging $9.44 million per year, lower annual value, longer term. Everyone knew why. The Warriors had just lost Klay Thompson, a historic shooter and Stephen Curry's most trusted running mate. Head coach Steve Kerr hoped Buddy could take on Klay's shooting and defensive role. To Buddy, that sounded like more than recognition, it felt like a promise. He didn't just want a contract. He wanted a role, a meaningful place within a team. In his first season with the Warriors, everything seemed to be heading in the right direction. He played all 82 regular season games, averaging 11.1 points, shooting 37% from 3. In the playoffs, he improved to 12.5 points per game, with a 42.9% three-point percentage. In a Game 7 against the Houston Rockets, he hit a crucial three-pointer, helping the team advance. But turning points often arrive quietly. At the start of the 2025-26 season, Buddy's performance fell off a cliff. His three-point percentage dropped to 34.4%. He averaged just 8 points per game, while his rebounds, assists, and other stats all hit career lows. More critically, his defensive weaknesses were fully exposed in Kerr's system. Once his shooting was no longer reliable, his value on the court plummeted. Kerr began removing him from the rotation. At times, he couldn't even get minutes in garbage time. Yet his teammates still loved him. Draymond Green once said Buddy was one of his 5 favorite teammates ever. Kerr also publicly praised his leadership in the locker room multiple times. But those compliments felt hollow in the face of reality. Buddy knew his time in Golden State was running out. On February 6, 2026, at the final moments of the trade deadline, the Warriors packaged Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield to the Hawks in exchange for Kristaps Porzingis. On the surface, it was a 2-for-1 deal. But everyone knew the Hawks really wanted the 23-year-old forward Kuminga. As for the soon-to-be 34-year-old Buddy, he was merely a salary filler, an expiring contract asset. From day one, reality hit hard. Head coach Quinn Snyder runs a system that emphasizes switching, physicality, and pace. At 33, Buddy lacked the mobility and defensive ability to fit that system. In the backcourt rotation, he faced stiff competition from C.J. McCollum, Corey Kispert, and Gabe Vincent. After moving on from Trae Young and Porzingis, the Hawks fully shifted toward a youth-focused, wing-driven system. What they needed was athleticism and defensive versatility, not a one-dimensional shooter. On February 10th, against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Buddy got his first opportunity. He played 4 minutes and 48 seconds, missed his only three-point attempt. His stat line showed a brutal set of zeros: 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, plus 1 turnover. Since then, his name has repeatedly been followed by DNP. The most heartbreaking part lies in the details. To this day, Buddy hasn't changed his profile picture, he's still wearing a Warriors jersey. We may never know who truly won that trade. But the one who got hurt the most is undoubtedly Buddy. He still has 2 years left on his contract, but only $3 million of next season is guaranteed. That means this summer, the Hawks could cut him for a minimal cost. For a rebuilding team, that's almost an automatic decision. Buddy Hield is now 33 years old. In the NBA, once you fall out of the rotation, climbing back is nearly impossible. What's even worse is that his skill set no longer fits the modern game. If he had chosen the Lakers back then, would everything have turned out differently?